I sit here in a moment of reflection, like I often do throughout the day. I take time to just reflect on life. Some people meditate, meaning they specifically carve out certain times in the day and they sit and they, get in a certain position and they focus on their thoughts or let go of their thoughts. And there's value in that. But throughout the day, I take pauses and I reflect on life, where I'm at in life, what I think about life. And in today's reflection, I was thinking about, is it better to stay positive? Do you get further in life staying positive? Because that's one of the biggest core, simple things you have to face in life. Are you going to be positive or negative? And I think there's some people, whether it's how their DNA is, whether it's how their mind works, they tend to be either more positive or they tend to be more negative. I think everyone's kind of born with a certain makeup. But I also think that we can consciously, at a certain level, change who we are, become a better person, and make decisions that change our life, that change our destiny. And one of those core basic decisions that everything in life will center around, is, are you going to be a positive person or a negative person? Now, life has shades of gray, and I don't think it's wisdom to always be all positive. I think sometimes you got to not be negative, but you got to address negativity. And, even what some people may perceive a little negative, you got to be, you can't always be all positive. But your overall guiding light, in my opinion, should be based in positivity. Why? One is because you suffer less when you're more positive. If you're only self-interested, and all humans are to a certain extent, emotionally and mentally you suffer less when you're more positive. So through a self-care perspective, your life is easier when you're easier on yourself. You're more positive on yourself. You're more easier on other people. You're not so demanding on other people. It all centers around how you perceive things, how you look at things. Are you positive or negative? So from a analytical standpoint of, does it make sense to be positive? You can check the mark when it comes to your own mental, emotional, and overall well-being. Yes, it's better to be positive, because negativity brings higher level of stress, higher level of self-critique, higher level of anger or of depression. So hey, if you can, based on your mental and emotional capacity, try to push towards positivity, away from negativity. Is it naive to be positive because maybe you see negative people getting ahead in the world, in business or whatever? They're ruthless businessmen or women. Sometimes, definitely, you're going to see some negative people that may, because they're a little bit cutthroat, they get ahead faster and maybe more than the average person. There's something to be said for that. I think that's a fair evaluation if you're just analyzing. But I still think you can live an above average career, above average way of life in business and in obtaining things through positivity. I think that definitely, if you overall leave a positive impression on most of your managers, on most of the companies you work for, on most of your customers, if you're an entrepreneur, I think on average, if you're more positive, you're going to make more money, you're going to go further in life, etc. And once you get to a certain point in life, and if you live below your means, certainly all of us want more money. We want more of that resource. But you do get to a certain point where once you have a certain amount, you don't want to be negative just because you can get a little bit more. Because what's the sense of gaining the world but losing your soul? Because there's nothing wrong with making money, earning money, whatever, raising money, but you have to be centered in positivity. Doing things for a certain reason, So I think overall, if you analyze life and if you look at all the different dynamics, okay, on what you're faced with, whether it's getting ahead in a career, whether it's dealing with people, positivity is a better choice. Now, you can't win with a negative person. I want to repeat that. You cannot win with a negative person. So don't play their game. Don't play their game. It's a game to them. Misery loves company. Don't hurt them. Don't be spiteful towards them, but there's certain people you have to cut off. You have to prune your tree. Don't waste years of your life getting sucked into negativity. If someone cannot respect your boundaries and how you want to live life, it doesn't mean they're wrong and you're right. It means that you have to separate. Family members, friends, lovers. A big part of growth, a big part of self-care is separating yourself from that which is not good for you. If you're unwilling to do that, you're going to suffer. You're going to get caught in negativity. And you're going to see down the road that positivity was a better choice. Because drama does not come in your life. You either permit it, you invite it, or you instigate it. Instigators are negative. They're nasty. Don't fall into their trap. So I think, I feel in my soul now. I think after you look at all these things that I shared, I think positivity is the best choice. I think some people will always choose negativity. There's always going to be a certain amount of people that choose negativity. Maybe it's because of how they're made up. Maybe it's because of what they've been through, whatever. But you can't control other people. And you cannot justify allowing negativity in your life because you feel sorry. You should feel empathy. But if you're trying to help someone, you can't help a negative person. You can't help a negative person. You can't. Why? Because, it's not someone positive who went on bad luck and they're having a bad time in life. It's someone who's negative, and you can't help that. I've tried. Now, again, there's different exceptions to certain rules, so I don't want to make some blanket statement, but this is an overall way I look at life, okay? I think when you're more positive, people want to help you more. I do. I think people go out of their way to hire you, to help you, or to keep you. I think there's value in positivity. I think, again, you need to address negativity. And you need to have boundaries, and you can't let people take advantage of you, okay? And there's manipulators out there that use positivity as a mask. They're wolves in sheep clothing. I believe in all that, okay? So I'm just trying to tell you how I'm looking at life and how I'm feeling about life. And look, life can be hard, and at any moment, life can turn into a complete disaster. And we all hate life. But if you can at all, try to push towards positivity, okay? At least get away from negativity. All right. I hope this video helped. If it did, please, guys, be positive and click that thumbs up. The thumbs up is a positive annotation. The thumbs down is a negative. But again, if you fairly evaluate it and you want to be negative, click the thumbs down. That's your choice. Okay. It's my choice to stay positive and keep uploading videos. So I love you. I want you to live your best life. I want to live my best life. We take life one day at a time. One day at a time, okay? Because like I say, at any moment, anything can happen. Just take life one day at a time, guys, and try to stay positive. Peace and love.